Welcome back, ODHtv, Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 4, Episode 7. This one had a lot going on in it. I just got finished watching this one, and man, there's a lot to unpack in this episode. I feel like older Kanan's narration, when he said, ain't nothing I'm gonna say gonna make sense of this, so I'm just not gonna say nothing. So we pick up where we left off in Episode 6, where Unique snuck into Rock's house. He's talking to her, and he's obviously nuts. So he begins to blame her for everything that happened, saying that her and Kanan got Ronnie to get rid of him, and then they got rid of Ronnie and Howard and tried to take over his business. She's confused, and she's looking at him, and you can still, she has the feelings, and you can see it in her face. But he's unhinged, and he's not trying to hear it.
I would never.
She said everything to him, falling short of, I still love you. But he is so brain damaged, he's not trying to hear anything. But she's trying to explain everything, saying she didn't have anything to do with whatever happened to him. Well, look at this dude. You can't reason with that. At the same time, Unique's new muscle, Akbar and Associates, are taking over the corners. Now, I usually like a lot of things that they do on Power, but this is just a little far-fetched, man. Ain't no couple of carloads of dudes from out of state taking over all the corners in Queens. It's just not happening. But they did use really good camera angles showing how unhinged Unique is. But anyway, he starts to reveal everything he's been doing to her organization, including killing her attorney. This scene was crazy. This dude is deranged and super disrespectful to things he was saying to her. Again, simultaneously, look at this here. I don't know if this would happen in other states, but here in New York, especially back then, no couple of carloads of dudes are taking over everything, especially somebody who's supposed to be as big as Rock. But I'm gonna come off that and get back to this disrespectful dude while he's telling Rock that he's gonna come after anybody she cares about.
And that nigga and anybody else who you give a fuck about.
And then he dipped out. Next we have Lou and Imani having breakfast, and she's saying she doesn't want to be hurt. She wants to know what's going on between the two of them. And this dude here pretty much apologizes and says, listen, it was just the two of us hurting because we both lost somebody, and it just happened. And that was that.
I got the magic stick.
So next morning, Rock's so shook she ain't even changed her clothes. She's telling the family what happened and that Unique is alive.
You sure you was awake and this wasn't no fucking dream?
I was awake then and I've been awake ever since.
So Rock updates everybody on what Unique has been doing. And then Kanan asks this.
So why didn't he take you out last night?
Rock pauses, thinking he might have feelings. Juke looking at her like, yeah, it might be that. But then she says he don't want problems with the people backing her. And then Kanan says,
Maybe later?
what's wrong with this dude? Then he starts blaming Rock for everything that happened and everything that was even out of her control. After that, Kanan leaves and Jukebox says that they need to listen to him. She follows behind him. Here's the scene we've been waiting for. Vanessa coming home with the groceries, struggling, drops an orange, it rolls over by Unique's feet. And we have a happy reunion, or so you would think.
We gotta make this nigga dead again. Finally, baby brother, ready to get busy.
So Lou's back. So back at Vanessa's mom's house, Unique is telling her that Rock is responsible for everything. But Vanessa's like, nah, that's not what happened. And this dude loses it.
You think you know better than me then?
This relationship is not going to last. I said in another one of my other videos that she was going to see how crazy he was and she was going to be out. He tells her to pack up. He's taking her someplace else because the blocks are getting too hot. Kanan trying to get Jukebox to partner up with him, but she's not feeling it. She just wants to find out who dropped Fame. So Kanan says he's still thinking about what Freddie's crew said about it being the police. And Jukebox said, well, if it was the police, then we got to find out who paid them for that work. Kanan's the wrong guy to hear something like that, and we'll see why later. Rock and Marvin go to see Snaps and Pop, go find out if they know anything about what's going on with Unique and who's behind him.
Yeah, we'll keep our ear to the ground, but I suggest that you reach out to Stefano himself.
After Rock and Marvin leave, Pop says this is trouble, but Snaps says it could be an opportunity. I think Snap sees this as a way to make some more money by introducing Unique to Kanan. Here's one of them fun facts. These two are a couple in real life. Meanwhile, at the Golden Pavilion, we still have fiends coming in looking for party favors. But Unique got one of his guys posted inside, sending people across the street to get served.
If it's Italians behind them, they're not from the 5 boroughs.
Rock pays a visit to Stefano, and Stefano tells her that if there's Italians behind them, they're from Jersey.
I don't want this to escalate any more than it already has. Keep your pistols in your pockets.
Kanan goes to his stash spot to stash some more money and finds the lock broken, gets in there, sees his whole thing is empty. He's been robbed. We know it's OC. Left him $1. He gotta go just cause of that. The disrespect.
How we know Stefano ain't gonna make a deal with Jersey and us?
Stefano was looking real nervous while he was talking to Rock and Marvin, and he looks even more nervous in the next scene that comes up where he's talking to Marvin by himself. I think Marvin's right not to trust him. I still think he might be talking to the feds, but we don't know yet.
We don't.
Marvin even suggests that they make a move on Stefano. Unique gets Vanessa to the new place.
Oh my God. Neat.
After he gets her inside, he tells her she can't go back to Southside, but she says, what about my mother? I gotta take her to dialysis.
I have to check on my mother.
Nah, f your moms.
What? This relationship is not going to last. So now she pretty much a prisoner. He told her, you can't leave until I say you can leave. Marvin in there getting his Malcolm X pose on while he's waiting for Jukebox to get home. Because like I said in my last video, he's going to give her this pistol so that she can have protection because Neek is out there gunning for everybody. She's a little too happy right now. Rock goes to see Hafiz. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He tells her that instead of 2 weeks, it's going to be a month before she gets any product.
Yo, where the f is OC at?
Nobody knows. And I still don't think that OC shared that money with Unique. I think he took it and dipped out. Meanwhile, we got Jukebox walking around giddy with the gun about to pop these dudes for just talking to her. This scene was so dumb. At least I thought it was dumb because I thought Kenyatta was B-Rilla's boy. B-Rilla put y'all down, but you don't tell him the plan? You guys plan to run in there with guns. B-Rilla's like, nah, it's supposed to be a smash and grab, nobody home. I'm staying in the car. So while B-Rilla is waiting outside by the van, waiting for this robbery to be over.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man, robbery going wrong. These dudes come back, tell B-Rilla that the people in the house were strapped and that now everybody's dead. So Jukebox is back at that club and all that shyness is gone. Takes the woman to the bathroom and they do what they do. When it's over, she asks Jukebox for a phone number.
Can I get your number? This ain't that. But have fun though. Thank you.
That's crazy. Even as a man, I think that's cold.
There are things that men understand.
Stefano's trying to get Marvin to get rid of Rock. Marvin is not having it, even threatens Stefano.
And that's not shit you should ever say to me again.
Stefano nervously has to leave, but he tells Marvin that they're not done here. Kanan pulls up on Young Ghost and that other dude to find out where OC is. They said he hangs out at an arcade. Young Ghost wants to know when's the re-up because they got nothing to sell. And he gonna be Young Ghost until I'm proven otherwise.
We getting calls, but we ain't got shit to move.
Back at the studio, B-Rilla is thinking about the robbery at Lowell's house and contemplating his life choices. Lou tells him that Lowell's about to come in. He can't believe it because he thinks Lowell is dead. Lowell comes in and says he had a couple that was renting his old house and they got robbed and killed last night. Lowell wasn't even there, and that's not even his main house. Then we have another stupid scene with Kanan driving down the block and Rock is standing there talking to these police officers, handing them an envelope full of money in broad daylight. Come on, man. So in Kanan's demented mind, that's Rock paying off the cops to take out Famous. Then we have this very short scene where Unique shows up at Snaps and Pop's place. Nothing said. And then we have this scene, which I thought was, for me, the best scene in the episode. The other scenes were pretty good, but this one was the best scene. And if you watch my last video right before this one, I called this one even down to Rock not taking off her coat what was going to happen here. Click the link up top, you can watch what I said. I'm going to do another video and go more in depth in this scene, but basically what happened is Rock, Marvin, and Lou, they're at Joyce's house. So Rock's in the other room still with a coat on. Marvin and Lou, they come in and they start reminiscing about their childhood, and they all come to the same conclusion that their mother did the best that she could. Marvin and Lou tell Rock that Joyce wanted them to help her end her life and get rid of her pain, and that neither one of them can do it. But you could tell by the way they're acting, they want Rock to go in there and do it. They want their mother's suffering to end.
Nurse out back having a smoke.
Rock understands what Marvin is saying. Meanwhile, Crystal coming home to Kanan, and Kanan walking up on her like Ike Turner talking about love don't matter. Then he tells her that Rock is the one that killed Famous.
What you standing there for?
Rock talks to her mother about a good memory she had back when she was 5, where her mother had everybody on the block bring their dogs around to wish her a happy birthday. Then Rock asks her about what she wanted Marvin and Lou to do, that they couldn't. But she tells Rock she wasn't thinking straight. Rock says, are you sure?
You gonna do what they want?
You want me to?
She pretty much tells her, yeah, she doesn't want her hurt anymore. Rock goes and gets it out of the drawer.
You're my only daughter.
You're my only mother.
So Rock pushes the medication through the IV. Her mother tells her, take care of your brothers and take care of your son.
Take care of your brothers and take care of your son.
I know there's a lot of different opinions on this scene, and I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Unless you have a loved one that you've lived with that had cancer and died in front of you, you'll know what you're talking about. I've been there. Ain't nothing easy about nothing with that type of situation. But the episode ends with Rock and Joyce holding hands. I'll be back in the next one.
Get him. Player to player, I mean. Games that you playing, I seen. The chance that I'm taking, I mean. These things that I'm saying, I'm sorry. I don't even know what I really need. I don't even know if you feel it.